everybody, I'm back with more cozy gaming. We're gonna continue the story in Wytchwood tonight. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, we are back at home. Okay, we already got one of the souls. We got the ox. So let's see. Alright, let's go back and finish the one with the leech in the swamp. Because all we have to do is get the death certificate from the leech. Otherwise, we're good to go there. Oh, wait, hang on. There we go. Really? There we go. There, yep. We got the Drake Fang, we've got the Apothecary Humors, we made the Necromantic Charm. So we just have to go back and talk to the leech in the sick house. Okay, fortunately we opened the portal, yep, so we can go directly into the swamp. And the leech is this way. Oh yeah, we need to collect more of these vines. Go around the death mosquitoes. We need more of these too. The dragonflies are not overtly hostile, so we're going to leave those alone. Let's see. I think we've got enough Eye of Newt, so we can leave the Newt alone. Nope. Oh. Oh yeah, we were running low on rogues. Come here. Hey Charles Norris, welcome in. How's it going? Alright. Starting off the day right with a hydrate. Yeah, so... yeah, tired, I feel that. I mean, I slept okay yesterday. I'm glad I didn't stream, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I was just not feeling it. It was a Monday at work. Like, you know, like an epic Monday. Come here, you little rogue. Yeah, well, not every Monday has to be a struggle, but yesterday was a struggle. I got it all taken care of before I left, but, I mean, at least my responsibilities, but, ugh. It was go, go, go from the moment I got there to the moment I left. Any, progress with your blue screen of death there? Or is your computer borked? The shadowy doctor prowls amongst the cots, eyeing the weakest patients with a dark hunger. She snaps a quivering tentacle at you as you approach. Not a step closer. Who knows what sorts of disgusting maladies you might be carrying. Yes, I'm a pox-ridden wretch, I know. But I need a death certificate from you. Specifically, of the short, bearded man we spoke about. His wife is in no condition to roll her chair through the swamp, so she's asked me to collect it for her. I don't simply give out death certificates to anyone claiming to be someone's aunt, grandmother, or friend. This is a legitimate operation. She turns her back to you and rummages through a nearby medicinal closet. Now, where's that serum got to? Don't tell me we're already out. What's the matter? Out of stock? It's a shame you don't have the time to go out yourself. She tenses at your continued presence. What are you getting at? Medicine for that death certificate. I think that's a fair trade, don't you? You would barter when people's lives are on the line? Fine, you'll have your paperwork, you filthy degenerate. Clearly too angry to speak with you, she shoves a list of required medicinal supplies into your hands. Alright. Okay, we can make those. Oh no, you couldn't get around it? That's terrible. The leech stuffs the poultice into an unsanitary-looking cabinet without a second glance. I've run your errands. Now I really must insist on that death certificate. There's no need to get prickly. I have your papers right here. The leech extends her moist arm and thrusts a poorly written note into your hands. You shake the mucus from the paper and try to decipher the loopy, illegible scribbles. You're not even sure that the leech spelled the poor man's name right, but you suppose it's better than nothing. Ha! Next time I need a doctor's note, I'm better off forging the signature myself. You crumple the note into a tight roll for safekeeping. Alright. Let's see, any, crimson wine. Interesting. Still can't, So I don't suppose you have a recovery disk or anything for your computer, Charles Norse? I mean, that's just... I know how much work that is, trying to recover from a computer. I mean, it's enough work, you know, when you're intending to switch to a new computer, you know, transferring everything over, copying backups, and... But man, when it dies on you, that's just... ugh. Stickman mad, stickman mad. Alright. Oh, it's Mr. Salt. Alright, offer the death certificate to the obelisk. Okay. Kinda look like you could walk across the water there. Northern Obelisk calls for proof of the dead. The afterlife is nothing if not bureaucratic. A death certificate from the leech would fit the bill. There you go. The humid swamp air has made the paper of the death certificate soft and damp. As you drop it into the bowl, it decomposes before your eyes until nothing is left. What? We're good. Western Obelisk requires a source of undead animation. Place the token of undeath into the basin. It flutters like a candle for a moment before the shadowy umbra of the obelisk snuffs it out. The southern obelisk asks for a collection of bodily fluids to breathe new life into an unliving vessel. You fill the bowl with an offering of anatomic liquids. Yep. The fluid slowly disappears as if being drained by some unseen thirst until only the wet residue remains. Ugh, gross. The eastern obelisk yearns for the tooth of a dragon. You haven't seen any real dragons in years, but who knows what's out in the swamp. You drop the sharp reptilian fang into the stone basin with a heavy clunk. It spins like a top, emitting a high-pitched whine before shattering into fine white dust. With the final offering accepted, the obelisks surrounding the circle begin to hum. You can hear a strange melody playing through their discordant tones. The carvings on the ground burn with renewed energy, driving away the overgrowth. You're quick to step away as you feel a vacuous force pull at the circle's center. I suppose that's done the trick. Let's see what the writing has to say for itself now. You rotate your head to read the glowing letters on the edge of the circle. Place the vessel of the deceased, recite the evocation of necrodermis, blah blah, apply the canopic ointment. Right, seems straightforward enough. All I need to do now is go fetch the body of that poor fool husband. He should be here in the swamp somewhere. Search the swamp for the husband's body. Oh, we cheating and looking at the map. I mean, there's a whole bunch of corpses up there, so I guess... Let's see if we can find one. Ugh. This must be where that nurse has been dumping the surplus of corpses. I'll need to take a closer look at each one to find the right fellow. Yeah, but first we're gonna collect all the salt. Oh, let's see. Not this one. Not the husband. Similar perhaps, but not the right body. This poor soul doesn't fit the description. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This isn't the right one. 5. Oh! Where on earth is that stinking body? You'd think I'd be able to find him amongst the dead here. You watch a particularly bloated fly land on a rotting hand poking out of the muck. This disgusting proboscis probes at the withered flesh. Oh. The Frog King. 2 globular red eyes slowly unglue themselves and swivel to boggle at the insect. A huge slime-covered tongue lashes out and pulls the hapless fly into a gaping, toothless maw, along with most of the sunken corpse. Well, I suppose that explains where my misplaced man went. Oga! Speak to the Frog King. Much larger than conventional wishy familiar. Alright. Can it be? Has a lovely young morsel wandered its way into my palace? You call this filthy bog a palace? He throws his head back, shaking the swamp with burbling laughter. Smaller frogs and newts scurry out of the way to avoid being crushed by his enormous bulk. Wouldn't you? This place is a veritable bounty of insects, and my subjects have such healthy appetites, so they will all grow big and strong. I eat too, but that head of yours looks much too hard. I prefer my food to be nice and tender. Look, you wouldn't perchance have seen an old man pass through here, have you? About yay-high, full beard, deadish. The frog taps his fingers against the log, grinning an impossibly large grin. Oh yes, I do believe I've seen the chap. He had such a delectable aroma, and fall off the bone ribs. Oh, God, gross. But I'm sorry to say that once something goes down the hatch, it never sees the light of day again. We'll see about that. I'm sure I can come up with some just desserts for you. The frog rolls his eyes around and around as if daring you to try something. Which, of course, always has something she can try. Alright, we need to mix some digestive tablets. I think we have enough stuff. Yes, we do. Just enough snot. Do not eat these unless you would very shortly like to have that action undone. Alright. You wrap a juicy-looking grub around the medicinal tablets and offer it up to the Frog King. Your Majesty, I really must find the whereabouts of that gentleman. Perhaps this small tribute will persuade you to loosen your tongue? Frog gulps down the tantalizing meal without a thought. Ah, a delectable gift. Thank you, my pretty. Now, I already told you where... His nostrils flare for a moment, and he sneezes, sending specks of wet mucus flying. Oh, God. The frog's throat suddenly expands, filling with gas. The belch that erupts from his lips resonates so loudly that the entire swamp ceases its buzzing. You avert your eyes, but the noise and smell of the frog's explosive eruption almost knock you off your feet. Great Glinda's ghost, what a stench! The frog wobbles on its legs, looking thoroughly emptied. He teeters before rolling his huge body back into the swamp with a thunderous splash. You spot the slippery body of the husband floating in the bog water. Luckily, he seems to be missing some bits and pieces, so he should fold up quite nicely. Ugh. With some snapping and squeezing, you managed to get him down to a transportable size. Oh dear. Aw, we got bog water on us. Nasty. Ugh. Alright, well. Yeah. The circle of power is ready and waiting for its necromantic purpose. With considerable effort, you unfold the husband's decaying body from your satchel and slap it down into the middle of the circle. Invisible shackles wrap around the corpse's limbs and pull it spread eagle against the ground. Strange mist rises from the obelisk, casting everything in a sickening green light. Slowly but surely, the corpse begins to levitate off the ground. It rotates to face each obelisk, one by one. Oh, get on with it. I haven't got all day. You give the rotting head a good kick as it passes by you. With a gasp of stale air, the body drops to the ground. Suddenly, it bolts upright. Oh, great. We made a zombie. That's just great. Why would we do this? Why? This is just... no. Well, hello there. You caused me a lot of trouble, you know that. The reanimated corpse claws at his throat. Oh, sorry, wait a moment. Near your feet, you see a disembodied tongue flopping about on the ground like a worm. You scoop it up and quickly toss it into the man's gaping mouth. Though he moves his jaw, his lurching voice seems to emanate from someplace beyond. Murderer! What? I'm not. You were quite dead when I found you. No. Leech murdered me. He clutches at his hollow chest, as if trying to feel his heart beating. Gave me plague. Drained my blood. Leech murdered others. He swings a limp arm towards the body-filled bog. I knew there was some awful stink about that sick house. What sort of doctor infects her own patients? Check her office. Find proof. Don't you worry. I'll make sure that parasite gets what's coming to her. But you should head back home. Your wife is worried half to death about you. Well, now she's gonna be worried all the way to death, 'cause gross. He turns and looks longingly over his shoulder. You can hear his vertebrae popping. Yes, I bleed. As he shambles into the choking mist, he gives you a crooked nod of thanks. Just not sure that was helping. I mean, okay, we got, info on the leech, but, really? No, oh man. I made a zombie and sent him home to his wife. I mean, not that she's not, almost dead anyway, but come on, man. Alright. Alright, can we finally see? Okay. Now let's touch it. While Leech is busy with her patients, you rifle through the contents of the various cabinets in her office. Mostly dried herbs and potions. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. It is until you notice a suspicious-looking bookcase set against the wall. The books are all fake, just chopped-down spines glued to a solid plank. Your fingers race across the medical titles and quickly find a loose volume. With a click of a switch, the whole bookcase swings open to reveal a secret compartment. Your heart jumps at the sight. Racks upon racks of bottled blood are arranged like fine wines. Each vessel meticulously catalogs the name, description, and age of its source. Looks like that thirsty slug's been sapping the living for years. On a nearby table, you spy a decanter half filled with ruby-red liquid. You wonder whose blood it contains. A dash of salt would remind that slimy worm that there's worse things out there than bloodsuckers. Aw yeah, we gonna salt the leech. Alright. Just need to make one of those. We got that stuff. There we go. You sprinkle a generous amount of embalming salts collected from the graves of the leech's victims into the decanter. As the salt dissolves into the bloody cocktail, you hear the telltale squelching of the good doctor's approach. What are you doing? Can't you see that this is my private office? I already helped you enough, so there's no reason you ought to be here. She hastily shuffles you out of the room. Now get out. This place is only for the sick. You're certainly right about that. You walk just out of sight before doubling back to hide behind a withered get-well bouquet. You peer at the vexed leech as she slithers around her office, checking every cabinet and locker for tampering. She mutters something expletive about nosy old women. Satisfied, she sighs with relief and reaches to pour herself a glass from the tainted decanter. That addition of black fever adds a certain nutty quality. Maybe it will pair well with an infusion of peat moss palsy in the next batch. She takes a sip, waiting just a moment before throwing her head back and guzzling it all down. Lovely. Sharp flavor. Full body, too. Suddenly, the leech snaps to attention. Her limbs dart out, writhing with uncontrollable gestures. She stabilizes herself against the table as sweat pools on her brow. The decanter shatters against the floor in an explosion of glass. What's happening? The leech spasms as the tendrils of ghostly spirits begin to suck the moisture from her body. You watch as she dwindles in size, shrinking like some horrible raisin. Aw, yeah. Bye-bye, horrible doctor. You inspect the mummified worm, pressing it between your fingers lightly. Drained by the very spirit she was supposed to be healing. In your fingertips, you make out the faintest of heartbeats. The soul of the leech. Alright. Perfect timing. Revenge. But I have an ad break coming up, so I'm going to run those ads, and I will be right back. Okie dokie, we should be good on ads for an hour now. Ah, the nurse is inside, so let's talk to her. I don't believe it. This was happening right under my nose the whole time. Yup. You suck. Alright, well, hopefully these people will get better now. Oh, wait. Can I steal anything? Did I get all this stuff that I can steal? Yeah. I already emptied that out, yep. Alright, let's go see how the old lady is reacting to her undead husband. Oh yeah, let's grab all the salt. Well, I seem to be getting on okay. Thank you, sister. He's as good as new. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. 100%. Love, wife. Okay. Wheel. Alright. There was... Okay, into the Darkwood. Don't go in there. There's absolutely no good can come of you being in here. Can I get there, though? I mean, I've still got the forest stuff to do, so it's not like I need to go in there, but... Oh, okay, can't get by. Troll, impassable Hulk. Well, let's see. Nope, not talking to us. Alright. That's fine. We've still got things to do. Let's go to the forest. Find the sergeant of the Lakeshore camp. So maybe they'll let us in the camp this time. Or was it? Okay. This way. Great. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, no one but us soldiers are allowed inside the Lakeshore camp. Out of my way, I have urgent news of your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant. Urgent? Only thing that's urgent is the line for the latrine, or if the captain hasn't had his drink. That's right, Captain Bear is in a right foul mood. You can't come in unless you want a good thrashing. The guard almost has to shout over the clattering din coming from inside the camp. You heard him. It's dangerous in there. Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail old granny like you near the beast. One guard turns to the other with a conspiratorial shrug. Yeah, but who are we to say what's good for her health? Oh, yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to, look the other way if we was fairly compensated. Right. Fairly compensated, of course. We'd be sticking our necks out after all. And the guards hands out expectantly. Oh, good thing I stole those coins from the wishing well. Found. You carefully press 3 heavy gold coins into the palm of the waiting guard. There. I expect you two can divide them evenly amongst yourselves. We're evil. We are evil. Right. 1 for you, and 2 for me. What? You mean 2 for me and 1 for you? I'm the one who does all the real guarding around here. You still owe me for that game of dice you lost. You cheated me. Give me them coins. The two guards fall into fisticuffs and roll into the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. Perfect. Find the sergeant of the lakeshore camp. Uh-oh. Well. Okay, unconscious soldier. The bear. Ash file. Alright. Oh, trembling soldier. Okay. Want some. Steal the stuff. Stay away from the bear. As you cautiously approach, the bear drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes it against the head of a nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. And then I walloped him just like that. So next time I catch any of you cowards turning tail, I'll skewer you like a fish and leave your guts for the gulls. Suddenly noticing that his drink has gone dry, the bear bellows to the skies. More mead, you yellow-bellied worms! More drink! Bring me my delicious honey mead. The soldiers taking cover nearby exchange nervous glances at each other, none wanting to confront the bear. There is no more honey mead. The bear wipes a strand of drool from his sagging lips, and his bleary eyes slowly focus on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as he waves at you with his great spiked mace. Say, now that's a funny-looking helmet, soldier. Ever tell you the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the western mountains? You decide that now is a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop in his war stories. The bear kicks an empty tankard at you as you retreat back into the camp. That's right. Go get me more mead, you good-for-nothing sluggard. Yeah, we're gonna stay over here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Into the tent. Roomier on the inside than one might think. Ooh, brewing equipment. Chest. Yeah, we're gonna steal all your embers, just FYI. I have a feeling I'll be needing some of this stuff. There's the sergeant. 1 second. Yeah. There. The frenetic-looking officer shouts hurried orders at whoever will listen, but most of the camp soldiers are busy cowering or knocked out cold. Man the gates! You, over there! Secure the perimeter! We just need to hold out a little longer. Sir, we're running out of men. Where's that damn shipment of honey? You step over an unconscious footman to address the man in charge. I might be able to answer that question. Who let this old bat into the camp? I found your quartermaster. He's having a bit of cart trouble on the road. I'm afraid your shipment isn't going to get here anytime soon. What? Oh, curse my rusty britches. Without that honey and other supplies, we can't make the honey mead. The bear's gonna flatten the whole camp when he finds out. The camp looks half flattened already. What's all this ruckus about? Well, the bear is the greatest warrior there ever was, which is grand and all when we're fighting the enemy. But once we set up camp, he likes to use us poor sods as playthings to reenact his conquests. And the only thing the bear loves as much as fighting is drinking. Guzzles up so much honey mead we have to brew it right here in the camp just to keep up. He points to a squat-looking device tucked near some tents, a portable brewery. Without that shipment of ingredients, I don't see how we can ever calm the bear down. He'll smash us all into paste before the sun sets. Let me take a look at this brewery of yours. If the bear is so in love with brawling and boozing, then perhaps it's about time he received a dose of his own medicine. Determine what the brewery needs. You inspect the brass contraption. A tank here, hopper there. The bitter smell of alcohol is infused into the well-worn metal. Despite the needlessly complicated dials and tubing, At the end of the day, the brewery's really just a fancy cauldron. This seems simple enough. I should be able to concoct just the potion for your troubles. The rattled sergeant shrugs his shoulders at you. Sure, you think it'll help, but you'll need to fuel the darn thing first. Our supplies are a mess, so you'll have to figure it out on your own. You open up the brewery to inspect its complicated innards. How difficult could it be? Alright, twigs. We got plenty. Snap kindling into pieces and scattered into the bottom compartment of the brewery. Should be fuel enough for the job. Alright, a cinder box and 5 jars of water. I know we know how to make this cinder box. Okay. Look at that. Rodent lard, gross. Alright. 5 jars of water. And 1 extra, so we're never out. Okay. Now we just have to find a well. Is there a well in the camp? Collect well water. Or do I have to go back out? Can I go into the tent? Nope. Okay. Box. It's okay. I know where there's a well. Sorry, but I used up my last rodent lard, so. Oh, yeah. Okay, the well's over here somewhere. More of these. As long as there we go. Oh, stop crying. Let's see if we catch a bird or a squirrel first. Oh, squirrel. They're so cute, though. Like, I kind of feel bad. Like they're little mousies with a leaf tail. They're adorable. But I need their lard. Alright. Oop. Yeah, I need more of these. water? You slosh cool, clear water into the brewery's main tank. Not the best base for potion brewing, but you want to preserve that honey mead flavor. With the heat of a cinderbox, you set the stove chamber of the brewery alight. We'll bring the tank to a rolling boil. With a hiss of steam and the sound of boiling water, the rattling brewery is ready for the next step in the process. Of course, I'll need honey for the mead. That quartermaster said he was coming back from the apiary in the fields, so I best try there. Then I'll need a proper magical binder and a token of the bear to seal the spell. Something in this camp ought to do the trick. The frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Honey, metamorphosis elixir, and a teddy bear. No. Oh, hey, look, we can go in the tent now. Through the open tent flap, you catch a glimpse of pillaged trinkets and treasures scattered about the spacious interior. You surmise that one of these precious objects might contain enough magical essence to use as a token of the bear. Your eyes have only a moment to linger upon the giant fur-lined bed before a hand pulls the door flap shut. The sergeant gives you a disapproving glare as he ushers you away. Hey, you can't go in there. This is the bear's personal tent. You know the kind of hell that would break loose if he finds out someone's been snooping? Don't worry, I'll be careful. Seems like your men are keeping him distracted anyway. You glance over at the bear as he tosses aside a soldier like a sack of potatoes. No way, no how. If you think this is bad, just wait until he finds out there's no more honey mead. If you're so afraid of that stomping brute, why don't you just slip away into the night? Surely it would prolong your life a little. And abandon all my friends? We soldiers gotta stick together, it's our only chance. If only there was some way to stand up to the bear. The thought seems to cross the sergeant's mind as he notices the potions and baubles hanging about your belt. Say, you're good with magical doodads and whatsits, right? What if you made me some sort of protective charm or talisman? Then I could maybe have a chance against that monster without getting my head stoved in. If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me into this tent? I suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Alright. Protective talisman. Alright. Let's see. Okay, we need 2 of these. No problem. And magic paste. Ah, dang it, we need milk. Alright. Not you. Fields. I gotta go to the fields anyway. So I gotta go to the apiary. Let's see. Oh! Good thing we shook down that dryad. Dryad fruit, bug, ichor, and changeling roots. Alright, we got one of those. There's that. Okay, talisman, apiary. Alright, we'll be back. We'll be back. Come here. I don't know what I need you for, but I'm sure I'll need you for something. Okay. Okay, Dryad, Cinder Box. Let's see if we can make another. Can we make another Cinder Box? Yes, okay. Need more fireflies if we want to make another one, but since we used our only Dryad fruit, there's the fruit. Okay. Apiary. Up and around. Oh, I need to stop and get the milk too. Still don't know how to do the gnomes. Yeah, I got the milk. I needed that for the paste. Okay. There we go. The protective talisman. Oh my god. I don't have more goblins. Not. So I'll have to sneak around them. There we go. Okay. Sleep the best. Hope you have a good rest of your night too. I should be back tomorrow, I think. Probably. Maybe. Beekeeper, hidey-ho, I'm afraid we're closed for the season. Closed? I need some of your honey right away. Sorry, our supply was cleaned out just a little while ago. Funny little man with a cart. You just missed him. Yes, I've met him. He's the quartermaster for the bear, but he had a bit of an accident on the road. I need to collect some more honey for the lakeshore camp. The bear? Well, that explains why that quartermaster purchased so dang much. I heard that lumbering bully would steal the nectar from a larva if it'd suit him. My poor bees have already worked themselves half to death for that order, and they don't have any honey left. I wish I could do something to help you, but the only honey left in the entire apiary is Her Majesty's personal reserve. Her Majesty? My sweet spring flower, the jewel of my crown, the golden son of my... Yes, get on with it. My beloved queen, she's as lovely as she is wise and resides over her flower kingdom. A shrill voice pierces the meadow and sends chills down your spine. Slave, where is my dinner? I order you to bring me the finest sunflowers. Guess what? Queens don't forage. They have... Well, no, they have worker bees bring it to them, so that makes sense. Right away, my love. And make it pretty this time. I don't want another one of your dandelion bouquets, like some common wasp. Yes, my sweet? I think I had better have an audience with this queen myself. Yeah. Harry beekeeper. Tidy hives. And a chest where we can, use supplies. Bee, generally well-mannered, but can be quite hostile when irritated. Alright. Ah! Ow! The regal insect looks down her curled nose at you scornfully. That fool beekeeper is supposed to stop the rabble from trampling my delicate garden. Good help is so hard to find, isn't it? And I suppose you've come to lend a hand? No, I don't think so. What do you want, little beetle? You seem like a very busy woman, so I won't waste your time. I need honey. Your best honey. She tilts her long neck back and lets out a buzzing laugh. Do you think I simply give my carefully cultivated riches to just any commoner? Do you have any idea how much time and energy is spent managing this colony? Everyone always wants something, but no one ever wants to work for it. In a rustle of petals, the beekeeper comes running over, holding out an assortment of beautiful prairie flowers. My darling sweetheart, I offer you the finest meadow flowers. I hope you find these to your liking. Is this marigold? You wax-brained fool, you know I despise the stuff. How many times must I repeat myself? Get out of my sight, all of you. My love, I've wronged you. Let me try again. You follow the beekeeper a short distance away while he busies himself picking more flowers. She seems to be in a foul mood. Does she always treat you like this? Well, yes, but it's really usually my own fault. Sometimes when she really gets her venom up, a little bit of smoke and soothing herbs calms her right down. Smoke, you say? I'm sure I could come up with something to even out her mood. Some fumes fit for queen. Royal incense recipe. Alright. What do we need? Oh good, I still have a smoke bomb. I'm pretty sure, yep, I got enough for the witch spice. And... need another jar of water. Okay. Fortunately, I yoinked another jar. Go. Alright, switch these out because we don't need that till we go back to the camp. Oh yeah, let's grab some eggs while we're here. I'm 100% sure we're going to need those eventually. You sneak! Do you honestly believe that your little puff of smoke can... The queen fans herself lightly as the world begins to push and pull all around her. Whew, does anyone else feel a little hot? Anyways, as I was saying, you can't just... Sparkling sun bears down on the queen like a warm summer's embrace. My, look at all these beautiful colors. Have they always been so bright? Queen Bee stretches her arms across the sea of flowers, brushing the tips of their petals gleefully. She arches her limbs through the myriad of colors swirling about her head. It's gorgeous. Oh, and what's that delicious smell? Cracking into the waxen walls of her hive, the queen pulls out a golden honeycomb. She proceeds to messily stuff the honey into her face. Delectable. Oh, it's so good. You simply have to try some, my dear. I've never tasted anything so delicious in my life. She offers up a sticky handful to you. Why, thank you, my queen. The queen holds out a shimmering honeycomb to you. Don't mind if I do. Let's grab some flowers. Okay, we got our honey. Yeah, you're welcome. Where's the portal? There's the portal. Yeah, we'll get those later. There's your talisman. Here, this ought to shield you from harm, for a time. He grins nervously as he puts the charm around his neck. Then he clobbers himself in the face with his own fist. Wow, you weren't kidding. Though that's nowhere near the kind of punishment the bear can dish out. I better find some more stuff to test it out with. Then I'll give that bear a piece of my mind. He stumbles off into the camp to find other objects to try against his newfound protection, leaving the bear's tent unattended. There we go. Let's get the teddy bear. Oh, I mean, we're taking everything, but yes, we got the teddy bear. Alright, I think we got everything for the brewery. There's the honey. Metamorphosis elixir. And the teddy bear. You pause before dropping the tattered plaything into the brewery. A glint in its button eye reminds you of something, but the thought soon evaporates from your mind. You overturn your palm and the stuffed bear splashes down into the concoction. It floats sadly for a moment, before becoming waterlogged and disappearing under the surface. With the addition of the final ingredient, the brewing equipment is sealed and set to work. Steam hisses from rivets and its swollen metal belly clanks and rattles. Before long, the waggling fingers of the gauges and dial settle down, indicating that the brew is complete. You give a quick sniff test and recoil at the sickeningly sweet vapors. You push an empty wooden keg under the contraption's spigot and crank the release valve. The brewery strains under the pressure and fills the keg with chunky, oozing fluid. May not be the finest honeymead around, but hopefully that great raging galoot won't stop to notice the difference. Let's take the keg and give it to the bear. Don't worry, I got you. Ah, Captain, I brought you more honeymead. The bear swipes up the tankard with his massive paw and tosses the contents into his slavering maw without hesitation. He licks his chops, savoring the peculiar flavor. With a sudden jerk, he bears down on you with suspicion. Say, this tastes kind of funny. What did you do, soldier? It's a new recipe. I thought you might enjoy something with a little more sting in it. Huh. You know I hate new things. I'll teach you to mess with my favorite brew, you hayseed. The bear is upon you with frightening speed. He raises the huge mace in his paw skyward, and you brace for the impact. With an equal measure of speed, the sergeant leaps between the crashing mace and your head. You peer through your fingers as a great clang resounds through the camp. The bear roars furiously as his blow is magically repelled from the sergeant's talisman. The mace goes spinning out of his paw and falls into the lake with a great splash. He gapes, dumbfounded, as the sergeant stands before him completely unharmed. Ha! That'll teach you to pick on us, you big oaf. This has been a long time coming. The sergeant wags his finger at the bear. Who do you think you are, huh? You think you're so big and tough with your fancy feather hat and your big honking club? Well, look at you now. The camp soldiers gather to witness in stunned awe. Miraculously, the bear seemed to shrink in the face of the sergeant's onslaught. If it was up to me, you'd be dishonorably discharged for disorderly conduct. You're a disgrace to the uniform. You're no captain of mine. With fear welling up in his eyes, the bear shrinks and shrinks until he is reduced to the size of a small cat. And another thing, what's happening? Aw, look at the little bear. Oh, he became the teddy bear. In place of the bear's drunken grimace is the stitched smile of a doll's grin. Two button eyes stare back at the disapproving faces surrounding the little plush toy. The sergeant takes a step back to reveal the small shape of a stuffed teddy bear where the brute once stood. Your transformative potion has finally done its work. Gee, I guess I overdid it? He scratches his head in befuddlement, but seems genuinely relieved. Hey, Sarge, I guess that means you're in charge now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Well, what are you all standing around for? The camp's a mess. Let's get to work. Collect the soul of the bear. You pick up the diminutive doll and brush some sand out of its fur. As you inspect it further, its head lolls to face you. Far within the glassy surface of its button eyes, you can barely make out a tiny crimson flame, the trapped soul of the bear. This ought to be what that old goat is after. I hope he's happy. Bro, you can breathe now. Everything's fine. What a mess. Alright. Well. Those two hippie hopping around here still. No. Did they get away? Oh, hey look, it's the quartermaster. What a relief. With the bear gone, we can all rest easy. Alright. What did we need for this one? Investigate the basin by the forest lake. Stone bowl sits by the shoreline. Erected by fairies. Is it this maybe? Or can I get out there now? Oh, that was almost bad. Where's, oh, geez. Right here. Pushing aside thrushes and cattails, you find a strangely carved pedestal. Might be mistaken for a bird bath if you didn't know any better. As you run your finger around the edge of the bowl, the remaining pixie dust on your hand flakes off, as if drawn in by an invisible force. Crude pictographs appear on the surface of the basin. They depict a coiled snake presiding at the center of some kind of festival. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are carved on the outside. You see symbols resembling fey dust, dancing fireflies, and bird feathers. Okay. Okay, I need 2 more feathers and 1 more firefly. Alright, well, we know how to get those, unfortunately. Come here, burps. Oh. Sorry, burb. Alright, fireflies. I really need goblins. Too. All out. Perfect. Got them all in one go. Can I get to the other side before this wears off? Nope. Well. Is this doggo friendly? Okay, that doggo is friendly. Yeah, you're very scary. No, it's further down here. There's frogs and fairies and fireflies. Oh my goodness. Of course I can't get more than one at a time. Fireflies. And feathers. The basin begins to glow a soft yellow as the fireflies rise from the muck within. They begin to dance up and down, drawing circles high above the bowl. Glitter rains down gently, shimmering as it catches rays of sunlight. Slowly, the particles trace the form of a bridge leading from the edge of the water to the center of the lake. You tentatively test the strength of the spectral walkway and find that it is as strong as if it were made of solid stone. Alright. Do. Find the snake. We've got strong men, bard, random villager, metronomic juggler, free stuff, gee, I bet he's in the tent. Draped in glittering jewelry, the serpent stares intently into a crystal ball as you approach. Welcome, my dear. Welcome. I saw that you would come here in search of answers. Just came here in search of a bard. That's him outside, right? With the lute? The minstrel? Yes, he is working off a debt to me. All those folk out there seem a touch addled. What did you do to them? They're all humble folk looking for something, just as you are. I am here to provide them with my services in exchange for a bit of work. So, what are you, some sort of carnival wizard? Making quite the racket in my forest. A wizard? No, I am a seer. A scryer of the hidden mists, a fortune teller of fortunes, and a keeper of secrets. Fancy titles you've given yourself. Sounds like you're nothing but a used cart salesman peddling your wares to the gullible. A skeptic. Step closer and let the crystal ball reveal its mysteries. The snake's voice drops low and seems to fill the tent with a heavy weight. I am a helper of sorts, an unraveler of knots. I make the forgotten remembered. You feel the scaly touch of slithering coils wind about you, but you are powerless to move. And you? You have forgotten much. The snake's eyes swirl in a pattern you've never seen. Imperceptible colors collapse into themselves and fracture into kaleidoscopic mosaics against the canvas walls. A voice speaks from far away. It takes you a moment to realize that it's your own. I have forgotten so much. Let me help you find your answers. The serpent's coils slowly squeeze the consciousness out of you. With a desperate push of willpower, you blink away from the snake's hypnotic gaze. Wait! Get off me, you worm! You wriggle your body like a sack of loose twigs. Despite your protesting bones, you manage to squirm free and tumble backwards out of the tent. Oh dear. When your eyes open, you find yourself back outside the snake's tent. You pick yourself up from the ground and dust off your shoulders. Rumph. I guess that sly serpent has some tricks up his sleeve. I better come up with a plan for the next time I go in there. The festival patrons seemed confused after your tussle with the snake, as if the spell over them was momentarily shaken. The crowds disperse as they fumble about in a haze. Now's my chance to get a word in with that bard. Maybe I can get him out of this mess. Strumming his lute, the strapping young man has a faraway look in his eyes. Is it wistfulness, nostalgia, or even hypnosis? Wander I may, but ne'er away from she I call my lover. To my chagrin, I stumbled in and met the gaze of another. Curious, I stared. I was not prepared, and this was my mistake. A binding gaze, now I live my days in the service of the snake. Cry not for me, for there is she that might still see me saved. My spirits they lift, as she holds a gift from before I was enslaved. A mirror, but shattered, its pieces have scattered. If mended, we may be set free. Down the wishing wellspring to the swamp's moonlit ring, and hiding within the pixie's tree. Is all this about a broken mirror? You gave it to that weeping maiden? Speak plainly, you warbling fool. No matter what you do, the poor musician barely seems to realize you're there. He just keeps strumming his lute and humming his mournful tune. Maybe that lovesick miss will know what he's on about. Can we talk to the juggler? Oh, there's a magician. Well, we know there's a critter in the wishing well. And there was that blocked space in the swamp. Oh, still my beating heart. Have you news about my dear sweet love? I found him at the carnival. He's been mesmerized by the snake. Unless I can break the spell, no one in that carnival can leave. The snake? Say it isn't so. I've heard how he grants wishes, but only for a terrible price. Why would my love be so desperate as to consort with that charlatan? I haven't a clue, but he's stuck deep. The only thing I managed to get out of him was something about a mirror? Do you know anything about that? A mirror? Oh yes! It was the first gift he ever gave me. From inside her bodice, she produces a small cracked hand mirror. But one night, it slipped from my balcony and shattered on the cobblestones. Tried to piece it back together, but I could never find the last 3 shards. The song mentioned something about a wishing well, a moonlit swamp, and a pixie tree? Keep that mirror close. I'll seek out the missing shards and return them to you. Oh, thank you. I should very much love to see it whole once again. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Ow. Oh. Yeah. Where was that? Right over here. Yeah, okay. I see you. I just need some revealing powder. Or, yeah, unveiling powder. Let's make 2 just to be on the safe side. Because there's... Oh, There's one there. Did I get him? Come here. This gnarled tree is littered with countless trinkets and bits of trash, glued haphazardly together to form a glittering hive. You reach for a sharp piece of broken glass that could be the mirror shard, but pull your hand away at the last moment. 1,000 beady eyes peer out of the tree's knotholes. A familiar cackling voice floats above the others. You again, Kettlehead. What do you want now? I've come for that mirror shard. Hand it over, and I won't have to strangle you again. No way. We need shinies to keep gross fairy folk away. Best fairy repellent there is. What? Since when are fairies afraid of shiny things? Well, I don't see no fairies around, do you? But maybe we can work something out. Some smelly mushroom herders have been encroaching on our turf, see? They've been building those stupid little stone shrines of theirs, and worse yet, they've been hiring mercenaries to guard them. So we can't go anywhere near, but maybe a big stomper like you can take care of the problem for us. And then you'll give me that shard? Hey, there ain't no fairies. We won't need no fairy repellent. Alright. Find the destroy the fairy shrines in the forest. Okay, we already got one of them, I remember. Okay. And we almost got our head stomped in trying to get another one. Now, you know what? I'm still tagging you for removal. Come here. Okay. I have ads headed this way, so I'm going to take the ad break, take a stretch break, and I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Alright, let us continue. Okay. I need to destroy the fairy shrines, and I need cinder boxes for the dryads. Where is that dryad that was by the fairy shrine? Not you. That one. There we go. Yeah, it's the cinder box. Why is it not using it? There it goes. Oh, I just have to touch it. I don't have to chop it. Okay. What did I just do? Oh, well. Healing wasn't a bad idea. Whatever. Need more lard for more, Is it gonna show us on the map? One up there, one over there. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough fireflies. Okay. Oh, I got a coin from that pile of dirt. Interesting. Oh, this one's a doggo. Okay, yep. Yeah, I guess I didn't have to build the cinder box. Alright, need this, which is water. Jeez Louise. I mean, I knew this game was full of fetch quests, but... Well, as long as we're down here, let's go over and, poke the beastie that didn't want to be poked. Oh. You hike up the hem of your skirt from the ankle-deep well water and duck down to inspect the small, damp cave. The pale shape quickly retreats farther into the dark space. You hear the labored breath of some pathetic thing, frightened and alone. Hello there. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Bloodshot eyes blink nervously up at you. The creature gazes longingly at the light of the world above while simultaneously cowering from it. Poor dear, what are you doing down in this hole? I bet you're hungry, aren't you? two thin, malnourished arms twist out from the crevice. One hand tightly clutches a shard of glass while the other hand reaches out to you, begging for food. Alright, roast beast. I think we have enough stuff to do that right here. Roast beast. Just gotta make a... Yep. There we go. The creature snatches up the meat so quickly that you nearly lose a finger. It scurries back into its little crevice, and you hear a satisfied munching from within. The mirror shard lays abandoned in the silt. Yay, okay. Okay, we got our water for the doggo stuff. There. Doggo's over, huh? Alright, let's get some doggo hair. As long as we're at it. And boom. Come on. What? I'm stuck. I can't move. Aw, man, game. Okay. There we go. Stone. Can I get more doggo here? Nope. Okay. Return to the forest pixie's tree. I kicked over those little rock piles like you asked. Now give me that shard or I'll knock over this nest too. You smash fairy shrines? Good, good. Take it. We don't want your trash. Okay, good. Now we need to find the shard in the swamp. How about you? The big elephant-looking troll thing lets us by. Hello. No? Wait, we have to go to the sick house? Oh no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that was creepy. Right. No, we can't click that. It definitely has a snake logo. Alright, there we go. Song of the Snake. Dead in the swamp. Make do with cast iron. It will just look like it overlapped. Okay, I see the glass shard in the middle there. And they're not just gonna let me take it. Watch. Yep. These animated wooden effigies seem engaged in a ritualistic dance. They march in stiff patterns around a reflective piece of glass embedded in the soft ground. You lean in for a better look, just long enough to make out the shard's mirrored surface, reflecting the ghostly image of the moon. You think to reach in and grab it, but the swinging limbs of the dancing totems are too dense and quick. Out of the way, you overgrown twigs! Maybe I can get them to shift their attention to some other glittering bauble. Alright, moonlight globe. Where are you? I knew I was collecting those soot sprites for some reason. Glitter bomb. There we go. You cast the glowing globe into the ritual circle and watch as the wooden effigies suddenly lose coordination and knock their wooden limbs into each other. Take the opportunity to slip between their tall frames and snatch the mirror shard before their frenzied dance begins anew. Yoink! Alright, brings the mirror shards to the Weeping Maiden. Yay. They're very scary. There you go. You gingerly hand over the broken glass shards to the maiden. She's careful not to cut herself on the razor-sharp edges as she slots them into the mirror frame. The pieces click into place perfectly, and the surface of the mirror ripples like the water on a lake. The ripples calm, settling into the form of a pristine crystal mirror. She gazes into the mirror with awe. Look! It's as good as new! Uh-oh! The maiden's reflection ripples and morphs into the visage of a handsome young man. My love, is that you? Overcome with joy, a fresh stream of tears rolls down her cheeks. I can't believe my eyes. I don't understand. What happened? Where are you? I'm imprisoned inside my own head. It's horrible here. You have to get me out. You went to the snake, didn't you? Why would you do something so stupid? Listen, my love, I have a confession to make. I'm not actually that good of a musician. What are you talking about? You were so beautiful upon your balcony. A bum like me would never get your attention, so I asked the snake to help me out a little. I thought I could protect myself from the snake's hypnotic gaze with this magic mirror, but then you went and broke the darn thing. I didn't break it, it slipped out of my hand. Wait, don't put this on me. How could you be so irresponsible? One problem at a time, children. We fixed the mirror, so it should be able to break the snake's spell now. Yes, oh, you have no idea how unbearable it is being stuck in here. There's nothing but awful poetry and song lyrics that don't even rhyme. Please, Granny, take the mirror. I can hardly stand to look at this buffoon any longer. Hey, wait! She presses the mirror into your hands. Oh, dear. Engagement over. Sudden dread grips the snake as you swing the shimmering mirror to meet his eyes. The mind-altering patterns of his gaze are reflected back to him. Slowly but steadily, the snake leans closer and closer to the surface of the mirror. His forked tongue flicks against the glass, and then disappears beyond it. It's so beautiful. Like a length of rope being pulled through an eyelet, the snake rushes forward and vanishes into his own reflection. Yeah. The mirror jolts and bucks out of your hand, clattering to the ground. You stoop down, careful not to look too deeply. Oh, we broke it again. Hidden in the reflection of the mirror's surface, you can faintly make out a tiny, wriggling shape trapped just beyond the veil of this world. The soul of the snake. The souls of the bear, leech, snake, and ox jostle in your satchel with fearful energies. That's that, then. I better get these back home to the goat before he ransacks the rest of the place. Return to the goat. Cleared out, didn't it? Anybody? Bueller? No? Let's go see if the lovers are having themselves a nice fight. Looks like the two of them are working things out. Alright. Okay. The goat rears its head at the sight of you. Its hooves pound the ground excitedly. Most excellent. I can sense the presence of spirits about you. You must have captured the souls I've asked for. No small task, I can tell you that. Just what do you plan on doing with them? Oh, this and that. Nothing you must concern yourself with. What's important is that you are one step closer to fulfilling your contract with me. Just go ahead and place them in the shrine there. I'll take care of the rest. The goat shakes its head towards a carved relief at the back of the room, grinning in a horrible way that no goat should. You approach the shrine and open your satchel. As you bring the stuffed bear close to the carved stone relief in the wall, it spontaneously bursts into flames in your hands, burning away until only a harsh red stone remains. The stone zips out of your grasp and straight into a socket on the wall, buzzing like some angry insect. You are buffeted by flashes of the bear's wrath, drunken roaring, cowering bodies, splintered wood, the smell of honey. As with the first, the mummified husk of the leech turns to ash as you bring it close to the wall, leaving only a glowing orb in its place. Images of the leech slither into your mind. The prick of a needle, the drip, drip, drip of draining fluids, soothing words, restless sleep. Prismatic colors flash through your head at the thought of the snake, secrets lapped up by a forked tongue, whispers beneath the sound of festivities. The ox brings with him the overbearing heat of the midday sun, the salty tang of sweat in the soil, suffering, sacrifice, solitude. You step away from the shrine and its smoldering stones. Your burdens suddenly feel much lighter. Beside you, the sleeping maiden stirs in her slumber, but does not wake. Now then, you've had a very long day. Why don't you get some rest? Tomorrow, we shall pick up bright and early. Yes, I am quite tired. Oh, we went night-night in our chair again. Okay. Good morning, my swamp lily. I trust you slept well? Like the dead. You stretch out your back, making a sound like snapping twigs. Well, no time to dilly-dally. I sense the next 4 souls on our list. You must travel east, out of the forest and towards civilization. Ugh, I hate crowds. Well, it can't be helped. You must seek out these souls in the village, the market, the docks, and the graveyard. The graveyard might at least be a reprieve from chattering townsfolk. All right, goat, I'll bring you your souls. You seem much more reasonable today. Have a change of heart, perchance? If these next 4 are anything like the last, they'll get what's coming to them. I'm glad we've reached an understanding. Oh my. Market, graveyard, docks, and village. Alright, how do we even get there? Is there gonna be another portal open, maybe? Let's see. Well, let's try going to the fields. Let's take a look at the map. Up to the village. Alright. Oh, look, it's a cute little cabbage baby. Alright, here we go. Villager, weaknesses, pluck pocket. We're gonna steal stuff from these people. I mean, I'm not above, you know, yoinking stuff from chests that they're leaving around, but, like, you know, that doesn't bother me. But what if these people are just, you know, Okay, a skeleton key and the logger's hatchet. Okay. Did I learn the skeleton key recipe? Why, yes, I did. Okay. Grave bone, mummified head, iron nail. Okay. Where are you? Rat nest? Man. Can I get around the doggo? I should be able to. Rat will respond to a snap trap. Meh. Alright, more rodent lard, tail, and some meat. Oh, doggos noticed us. Anxious sheepdog, a friend to sheep despite what some might think. Oh, guardsman. If you're gonna break the law, you better bribe him first. Burned out shop. Okay. Nothing to see here, ma'am. Move along. Alright, well. Hang on. Take the embers. Uh-huh. Pickpocket. Shiny lure wants what's yours. Well, he doesn't like us going near him. Okay. Oh, did we not make the oh, no, we didn't. There we go. Haha, neener. Pickpocket's glove. We'll probably need that for the thing to... we need more snap traps, which means... Oh yeah. Lock pocket. Oh yeah. Crab claw and the pickpocket claw. All right. We'll hold off picking anyone's actual pocket until we know whose pocket we're supposed to pick. Oh, it's a kitty. Cat treat. Can I pet the kitty? I want to pet the kitty. How dare there be a game where I can't pet the kitty? Cat treat. Oh, 2 milk? Oh my god. Houston, we're gonna need more jars. Okay, that one is actually a chest. It's not some thing in disguise. Yeah. Alright. Graveyard down there. Sheep's clothing. Okay, can we talk to the doggo? There we go. We can talk to the doggo. This anxious little dog attempts frantically to get a town guard's attention as they stand watch in front of the smoking ruins of a burned down shop. Please, you have to listen to me. My friend is missing. The guard stifles a yawn, annoyed at having to work. Oh yeah? What's your friend look like? The sleeves of the sheepdog's oversized sweater flail about comically. She's about yay tall, wears a green vest, has black wool. So she's one of them sheep, huh? Probably just got lost. You know, types ain't too bright. She didn't get lost, she's gone missing. Her wool shop was burnt down on purpose. Can't you smell it in the air? Calm down, sir. We're investigating the situation. But I'm sure this fire was a simple accident. Bet your friend just left the kettle on or something. Why don't you check with the ram in the town square? If anyone knows where Lost Sheep is, it's probably him. How can you say that? Everyone knows that the ram hates the black sheep. Look at all these footprints. I bet his goons had something to do with this. Listen, you're starting to get on my nerves. Just leave this to the professionals, alright? He turns away from the dog and goes back to doing absolutely nothing. Professionals indeed. They couldn't find a fish in a frying pan. I better look into this funny business myself. A ram. Question the ram in the village square. That will I help? Oh, hey, look. Yeah, I see you. More kitties. Ooh, we can get water here. Alright, that's good. Oh my. Listen closely, brothers and sisters. We must wear our wool proudly and show the world that plain is best. That's right, plain wool is the best wool. All these outlandish colors and head-splitting patterns do nothing but confuse and enrage the senses. They are the product of misled individuals. And as we all know, individuals are weak. Only the united are strong. Together, we speak louder than a single voice. Wait, are all the colors bad then? What about gray? It's almost plain white. Gray is forbidden. Gray is a gateway to blue, and where there's blue, green isn't far behind. Then what's next? Yellow? Purple? Even red? Oh no, anything but red, no. Always remember, colors lead to discord, to chaos. And with chaos, the wolves will come for us all. Ugh, not the wolves! Watch out, there's one right there! The nearest sheep nearly jumps out of its fleece when it notices you. I'm not a wolf, you half-wits. Maybe not, but you're different, and that's just as bad. Right, boss? That's right. So what is an outsider that wants with us? Are you here to tempt my flock with your anarchic ideals? I doubt you lot would have room in your heads for any more ideals. But no, I'm here looking for the black sheep. It seems her shop was burned down last night. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Bah! That bothersome black sheep is a thorn in my side. Never heeds my warnings, always goes against what's good and proper. But I assure you, I was tending my flock all night, so I had nothing to do with her disappearance. That little sheepdog begs to differ. He says you've always had it out for the black sheep, and I'm inclined to believe him with all your prattling. Lies and slander, you have no proof of any wrongdoing. For all we know, she may have just left the kettle on. As the sheep stomp about, you notice flakes of ash leaving black marks on the cobblestones of the village square. Proof, eh? Looks to me like some of your flock have sooty feet. I wonder where this suspicious trail will lead. Inspect the sooty trail in the village square. Unveiling powder. Do we have any? No, we do not. You sprinkle the revealing powder on the cobblestones to reveal hidden footprints, still blackened by ash. It appears as though several individuals were dragging something away from the town square last night. Sorry, side quest. Elf, shiny lure. Shiny lures. We need two. Oh man, I don't have enough fireflies. Dang it. Yeah, I can probably get past them. Just go over. A struggle must have occurred here. You find the remnants of a torn burlap sack and some scattered fistfuls of wool. The footprints leading away look to be moving at great speed, like someone was being chased. What's this? Nitrile compress. What? Oh, cobblestone, okay. Meow. Hello, kitty. A pair of lone footprints duck into this vegetable garden. You notice some more footprints searching in confused directions farther afield. Black sheep must have been trying to hide from her pursuers. Maybe she managed to throw them off her trail? Meow, kitty. Following the ashen trail through the back streets, you come to a dead end. Your only company is a stone gargoyle squatting atop a building corner. You stand on your tiptoes to examine the great carved demon closer, noting the lovely knitted scarf billowing around its neck. What a fine garment. You could do with a new one. It's starting to get chilly. I just hope it hasn't got any of that bird poo on it. As you reach up to unwrap the scarf, the gargoyle's eyes swivel in their sockets with a sound like two grinding millstones. Well, excuse me. I'm quite fond of this avian excrement, actually. It adds a touch of authenticity to the whole ensemble, don't you think? Oh, I beg your pardon. I didn't realize I was speaking to a watcher. Huh. A watcher? Why is it that no one ever comes to watch me? I'm handcrafted from the finest block of artisanal granite, so masterfully chiseled that I came to life. Nothing on this earth or beyond has a greater claim to beauty than I, and yet, day after day, I sit up here and no one gives me so much as a passing glance. Well, maybe if you cleaned up once in a while. Oh, hush, I don't need to take fashion tips from you. And besides, you only looked up at me because of this fabulous scarf. Admit it. I was merely following this trail of sooty footprints, but now that you mention it, that scarf has a fine knit to it. You didn't happen to get it from the Black Sheep, did you? Why, where else would I have gotten something so swanky in this dreary little town? That Black Sheep is the only other person around here that appreciates good taste. Unlike that ghastly ram, always ringing that gaudy bell of his and poo-pooing everyone else's fun, this world is alive and needs a good splash of color once in a while. You know where the Black Sheep is, then? Now, hold on, how do I know you aren't another agent of banality like the ram? Just look at that skirt. So last century. You'll have to prove you're an ally of the fashion scene before I say another word. Now, I've had my eyes on some new shoes for ages. Why don't you just snag a pair from the village? Surely no one will notice. Ha, those clogs aren't fit for a horse. No, I've got my heart set on elf shoes. Delicate, dainty, exquisite, and absolutely to die for. Plus, I could do with a nice hat to go with my fetching scarf. And maybe some needle and thread to do some alterations. Well, what are you waiting for? The fashion scene moves too quickly to stand around idle. Am I? Alright, elf shoes, 3 pairs of elf shoes, a sewing kit, and a gnome hat. Alright, well, we know where the gnomes are. I saw an elf. We're gonna need more fireflies. Alright. Sewing kit, and we need more skeeter. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can do more of this tonight. I really don't. The fetch quest has just gotten fetch questier. Skeeters need the smoke bombs, which, okay, we're good there, but I don't know what the gnomes need yet. Those wanted shiny lures, so we're gonna have to go more of those. But now we need more sticks. Wow, we used up all those sticks. Yeah. Dope. Ugh. Alright, let's look at the map. Okay, the village goes in a big circle. We got the rat down there in the graveyard. There's the docks. Oh, okay. There's the portal. Let's open up the portal and go home, and then oh, right there. At first glance, this looks like a neglected shack, long ago fallen into disrepair. But your canny gaze reveals its construction to be beyond the ravages of time, standing overlooked yet constant until properly disrupted. Running your nail along the grain of one of the nailed-up boards proves to be just the disruption it was waiting for. Alright. Really? There we go. Okay, good. Now we can get to the village directly. Okay. I need a stretch break. So I'm going to run ads quite a bit early. I'm going to take a stretch break, and then I'm going to switch games, not sure to what yet. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay? Okie dokie, I'm back. I looked at my library real quick and decided to play some Aska. They've had like more than one update since the last time I played, and it looks like they did like a big one recently. And I'm not all sure exactly what they added to the game. I know there was mention of outposts and like a forester, so I have no idea what the game is going to look like now. I have beaten this game, but that was like way back in the beginning. So I'm gonna start a completely new game rather than trying to figure out, new buildings with, like in the middle of a playthrough. So, yeah, I'll just jump into this for a little while, and then I'm gonna head to bed at a semi-decent time because I still have to work tomorrow. Alright. Let's do normal. Hey, welcome in! Plague Dragon. Yeah, we're gonna call it Plague Dragon. Hydrate. Yeah, hydrate with some yellow caffeinated liquid. So, did they beat the crab game last night, or, I kind of dozed off in the middle of watching the crabs. Hello, hello. Friend of the pals is a friend of the channel. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we had crazy storms over the weekend. Fortunately, we didn't lose power here, but north of me did. And yeah, I know what that's like about the data. I'm always on, Wi-Fi or my home Wi-Fi. Yeah, is it Nightbird? I think that was who Emily said was hiding behind the mask. Not Ragnar. This is my... Alright. Alright, they love to get you with the jump scare at the beginning of the game. Whoa! Oh no! The giant Jotun! Who retreats to the sea. Ew, electrical supply chain. Well, I mean, better now than, you know, before it goes down for days and days during a storm, right? Hey, Buckling, welcome in. Read the description of the stream, Bucky. You and Nuar are treading on thin ice. Alright, need some sticks. Oh. Yes, that's why I said you're treading on thin ice. You ask the question. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Well, like Nuar said, I was more angry that he came in all punny and then didn't even ask any questions. He just lurked the entire time. Alright. Build. Alright. Axe. Dude. You know I'm messing with you. Thanks for the lurk, Buckling. Let's see. Oh, build a hole. No worries, no worries. I'm probably not going to stream for long, so... But I wanted to at least get started on a new playthrough of this game. They've done some updates and, want to check them out. Good on food. Good on what? Come on, I need some flax because I don't want to break down the reeds. Wait, the flax isn't lighting up yellow? Well, that's lame. What? No! I just want the flex. Please don't. That's gonna hurt. Run. Alright, did it stop chasing me? Good. Oh, not you. Alright. Make an X. Alright. No. Alright. There, you go here. Dingbat, why didn't I build the pickaxe first so I could harvest rocks? That's fine. Oh, hey, look. Alright, plenty of theory here. I need to find a good spot to build. Some onion. There we go. Rocks. Little itty bitty rocks. Okay. Oh man, it didn't mark that area as discovered. Oh, I didn't get close enough to it. Okay. Okay, about the basic tools. I just need to find a place to build. Obviously, near the food is good, but not too near the food because then it won't spawn. I do not want to be near the smokers because those little things will steal your stuff. But you need like a relatively flat spot because the terraforming last I played this game was kind of janky. Okay. I don't want to be close to the beach if you want to fish. But you also, if you are lucky, you want to build close to the cave. Or a cave. Sometimes you spawn near it and sometimes you don't. lot of times you'll find resources in like circular areas like this, like it's kind of unnaturally round clearings. Okay, not here. So yeah, you see we got the wolf den there. So we don't want to build there. Okay, good. I can still drop waypoints on the map. Just to help guide. You don't necessarily have to build in a clearing. You actually kind of want to be close to the woods so that your workers don't have to haul stuff that far. Yeah, I see you. Don't make me build a bow this early. Takes a lot of resources and I don't have any feathers. Okay. I think this is the graveyard where we almost got attacked by the skeleton. Yes, it is. There we go. I just wanted to get close enough to get it marked on the map, so I know where not to go. Okay. Alright, not there. Alright. Let's go in here. Also, we can't chop down these birch trees just yet. We need better equipment, so building too near where birch trees need to be chopped down is not a good plan. You won't be able to clear out stuff for your village, so... What do we got here? Beach, big giant rock that we cannot get rid of. Hmm. I hate to sit down before I find where the cave is. Alright, we're gonna go over here. And hopefully before we get cold. Let's drink some water. Go. Always, always, always pick up flax. So you don't get encumbered in this game, but you have a very, very limited inventory. It is broken down by size, so got small items here, and they generally stack except for these things. Medium-sized items, and you can carry one large item. Obviously, red is enemies, but these guys are literally, you know, the slimes of the Aska world. Did he drop a stick? He did not. Okay. Yellow is resources. Although for whatever reason it's not highlighting the flags. Oh, there it is. Okay, like it's highlighting the flowers but not the whole plant. The other thing you want to consider when picking where you want to put your settlement is the number of these natural water collectors. Because your people will be very hungry. And very thirsty. So you want a bunch of those that you can build wells on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not bad. I like the big oak tree right there. This rock is kind of a pain in the tuchus. What's up here? Like, it's better to, I think it's easier to build land up than tear it down, but, I don't like that spot that was at. Just a second. Just by the big trees. Maybe just a little bit up over here. I don't want it to be too close to anything dangerous because then it'll constantly attack your people as they try to just do their normal stuff. This is kind of annoying. All the big rocks. Like these, you can't break. This area is relatively flat. It's got the wells. I can build that up over here. Yeah, okay. So, your first step, you kind of want to just follow the stuff across as it lights up. So I've already done these. Oh yeah, I do, to make it one number. Knife. Don't need to make a torch or a fishing rod just yet. But now I've got all the basic tools. And then you start with fire. Okay. Sticks. And then you want to build it bigger. Okay, we'll need more rocks. Now we have our pickaxe, so we can chop and I can pick that up. Oh, yeah, you can also pin what you're building. There we go. Now I know how much stuff I need. Oh, man, I can only do the little ones right now. Or we'll just pick up this. There we go. Alright, always, always, always build a fire cover. Because otherwise you be SOL if it rains. Okay, bark. Oh, we gotta get to chopping. Yay! Alright. Alright, fortunately there's a nice HUD. It'll help you navigate when you get all turned around because everything looks different. There we go. Okay. And now that we've built a fire, we can build shelters and rain collectors. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to terraform here. There we go. Okay, long sticks, which we will get from the little trees that we chopped down. Yes, like I said, you do not get cucumbered in this game. Quite the opposite. You can bend down and pick up. Can I build a bow right now? Build a bow, but can I do arrows? No, I don't. Stay. And just like any survival game, there is durability on your stuff, including your food. Yes. Alright, rope, sticks, long sticks. Alright, bark means cutting down more trees. One mechanic I do like about this game is that it switches automatically to the tool you need. So yeah, you can have them on your hotbar so you can manually switch. But you don't have to if you're using it for harvesting. It's more for, you know, weapons and your water and food. Like, you don't even have to have your tools linked to your hotbar if you don't want to. Alright. There we go. Rain collector. Terraform. And now we can build the Eye of Oath. We're gonna build this right under this beautimous tree. Yep. Right after we get rid of the stuff that's blocking. There we go. Alright, 2 more stones. Long sticks and sticks. Alright, another thing I'm gonna do just real quick. Just lay down a rain collector. Oh yeah, there's not tree damage if it falls on your head like there is in Valheim. Just, you know, for those of you familiar with Valheim. It took me a hot minute to get used to. Because I am sure we have all been smooshed by trees if we've played Valheim. Alright, stones. Stone, stone, stone. Here we go. Some little one. 2 large stones. Okay. I've got them laying around. I just have to find them. Because when you break the little clump, the big one comes out. Yeah, you can even sort of run with big, heavy objects in your hands. There's one. Where did I get that? I think I busted up clump. Oh, I got quite a few feathers there. Sometimes it's just easier to chop up another rock. I don't know where that other stinking stone went. Alrighty, let's see if we can... There we go. Alright. And now you know what the blue rocks are for. We activate the Eye of Odin. And... oh. That's new. Recall one of the villagers you have lost. Okay. So. We get to pick between the two. Let's see. Rain Dancer and Summer Angler. Okay. And then you don't know what these are. Steadfast Resolve. Iron Stomach. Can endure extreme hunger. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. There's a... oh, wow. It's only a 3-minute countdown? Okay, well, guess what? We gotta build more shelters. Because if the villagers get here and there's no shelters, they get very unhappy very quickly. Alright. Let's, is that lined up? I don't want to build it too close to... because I don't want to destroy it. There we go. Mushies. Alright, can I build? Yes, okay. So here's the crafting stations. We can build... it's unlocked, but we can't build anything yet. Building resources, we can build a torch. But we don't really want to build a torch just yet. Okay. First thing I always want to build is the woodcutter's pit. Okay, let's see. want to give it a little bit of room. Okay, that's facing. Okay, so it'll be aligned. There we go. Alright, and our first villager has arrived. Okay. Alright, she's gonna be a daytime gal. So... yeah, she's homeless, but not for long. Let's see. She... okay. Moves efficiently in snowy weather. Stonebreaker. Okay. Fishing skills in the summer. Cetras, resolve an iron stomach. Okay, so once we get the Stonebreaker's hut built, we'll assign her to that, but for right now, we need her to, do stuff. Alright, we're gonna give her a house, and she's probably gonna go right to sleep. Yeah, nap time. You go night-night. It's okay. Fortunately, when your HUD starts getting a little crowded, you can do that. Yeah, I don't see where the village is. The Eye of Odin is the center of the village, obviously. So... no matter what else is on the map, following that will always bring you home. Alright, let's eat some stuff before it goes off. Ooh, we can give her some food too. So, yeah, you can literally pick their pockets. So, if you trade... well, trade is a loose term. You can give them food. Oh, yes. I picked up some feathers. What? Oh, I don't have any sticks. It'd be really nice if we didn't jingle. Okay. Yeah. Alt. And you can sneak. Alright, we are absolutely, positively probably not going to kill these just now, but we can level up our bow skills. Yeah, the arrow drop is ridiculous early on. Oh yeah, I don't have another villager coming yet. Need to find a little one. Because apparently I'm not allowed to harvest the big ones yet. Oh yeah, let's get rid of the little pop-up on our villager. Here we go. Nope. Oh my god, it only gave us one. Taking this back to camp is... I want to be able to find it. There we go. There, now we'll get our villager started working on building. So by default, they're all builders. So right now, it's my job to provide all the materials for them. They will pick up the raw resources, but they won't chop down trees. That's why I'm building the woodcutter's hut first. Because you need it to build everything else. Okay. There, we got some raw resources for her to work with. Oh yeah. Just gonna tuck this stone in there. And go looking for more Jotun blood. And you can see at the top there, she's building the next shelter. Oh, run away, run away. No mess with doggy. Okay, I need the little stones like that, but with the Jotun in it. Here we go. Here's the problem is they only want to give you like one or two. And usually just one, which is really annoying. Especially given the durability of the tools at the start. Isn't that great? Yeah, one. Need 5 to summon a villager. Come on. Still just need 2 more before I go back. I'm not going back without enough to summon another villager because there's just no point. give me 2 so I can go home. One. Gosh. Watch this one give me 2, because that's how the game likes to work. Nope, just 1. Alright. That's alright, though. Alright, let's look at the map real quick. Make sure we're not missing anything. Alright, we're gonna head this way a little bit. Just to, you know, erase some of the fog of war, but we're not gonna tangle with the graveyard. What I'm looking for is the cave. But what I found is the stone Jotun ring. And wolves. And wolves. Alright, we want to shoot for that. Stay away from both of the dangers. Found it. Where is it? Where is it? Unexplored cave, where is it? Yes. Okay. It's actually not too late to move my settlement. Otherwise, they've got to, like, run through here. What? Oh, that's a deer. Like, what is that? That's not a deer. That's a bear. That's a bear. That's a bear. Oh, no, 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 no. Run, 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 run. We're gonna die. We are gonna die. We are 100% gonna die. We're gonna die. We are going to die. Okay. How we didn't die, I don't know. That's a problem. Harvest Blessing, Cold Resistance. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, where is she? Okay. Now that we've built a rain collector, we can build the water well. Why did she light? Like, for real. That's just not necessary. Alright, peepers. Mushy muscles. We're gonna eat them anyway. Alright, peepers. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it right now. Like, hey, what up? Nice. Water. This chick is a lot faster than any other ones I've ever had before. So, I think I'm just gonna call it there. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go to bed before midnight tonight. So, save. Because if you don't save, it doesn't save. It doesn't auto-save, I don't think. So, let's do this. Yeah, are you sure you want to quit? Any unsaved progress will be lost. So, yeah, we just saved. We're good. Oh. Yeah, and we are definitely doing a lullaby tonight. We are not doing the lullaby that I tried the other night because I still have not been able to wrap my voice around it. So, yeah. This one. Oh, come on, man. I need the lyrics because I don't have them memorized. Internet, you disappoint me. Ooh. Hello? Okay, I have no idea. What just happened there? All right, we're gonna wing it. Okay, so this one is Hearth and Fire from The album "Sing the Sun's Return" by, Will and Lynn Rowand. I don't think they actually wrote the lyrics, I think they just adapted it. Earth and fire be ours tonight, and all the dark outside. Dare the night and find the new wherever you may bide. And I'll be the sun upon your head, the wind about your face, my love upon the paths you tread, and upon your wanderings peace. Wine and song be ours tonight, and all the cold outside. Peace and warmth be yours tonight, wherever you may bide. And I'll be the sun upon your head, the wind about your face, my love upon the paths you tread, and upon your wanderings peace. Earth and fire be ours tonight, and the wind in the birches bare. Oh, that the wind we hear tonight would find thee well and fair. And I'll be the sun upon your head, the wind about your face, my love upon the paths you tread, and upon your wanderings peace. I wish you all peace tonight. I know some of you out there need it. Um, well, thanks for the lurk buckling. Thanks for, hanging out. I'm just, like I said, I'm just not feeling it tonight. I don't know, man. So if you are subscribed, first one is the raid message. If you are not subscribed, second one is the raid message. And we gonna do something that I haven't been able to do yet. We gonna raid somebody that probably does not see it coming. So until next time, I wish you all peace. Bye-bye.